In sports, every detail matters. Carbohydrates are the body's most efficient fuel, powering every sprint, lift, and moment of endurance. Understanding carbs, choosing the right types, timing intake, and using strategies like carb cycling can unlock your peak performance. Let's begin the journey to fueling your victory. Carbohydrates spark debate, but for athletes, the answer lies in balance. We'll explore the essentials: carb quality, quantity, timing, and cycling. Learn to fuel with whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, avoid energy crashes, and tailor your intake to your training. This is your roadmap to unlocking peak performance. Think of your body as a high-performance engine. Carbohydrates are its premium fuel. Broken down into glucose, they deliver fast, efficient energy for intense activity. Glycogen stores in your muscles and liver act as your personal fuel tank, powering you through workouts. Without enough carbs, you simply can't perform at your best. Carbohydrates do more than fuel your muscles. They power your brain too. Glucose keeps your mind sharp, your reactions quick, and your focus strong, especially under pressure. For athletes, a well-fueled brain is the edge that separates good from great. Remember, victory starts with fueling both body and mind. Cutting carbs might sound appealing, but for athletes, it can mean low energy, poor recovery, and even muscle loss. Carbohydrates are your body's main fuel for training and recovery. Without enough, performance drops and your immune system weakens. For athletes, carbs aren't the enemy. They're essential for success. Good carbohydrates are whole or minimally processed foods: fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. They provide steady energy, essential nutrients, and fiber, supporting performance and health. By prioritizing these foods, you fuel your body for stamina, recovery, and long-term success. They're the foundation of any smart sports nutrition strategy. Simple carbs, like soda, candy, pastries, and white bread, offer quick energy but little nutrition. They spike blood sugar, then cause crashes, leaving you tired and craving more. For athletes, this means inconsistent energy and poor performance. Limit these foods to protect your energy and long-term health. While the good versus bad carb framework is a useful starting point, it is crucial for athletes to understand that context is everything. The nutritional value of a carbohydrate does not exist in a vacuum. Its utility is determined by when it is consumed in relation to physical activity. A food that might be considered bad in a sedentary context can become a highly effective performance tool when used strategically. This is where the black and white thinking must give way to a more nuanced, intelligent approach to fueling. The needs of an athlete immediately before, during, or after a grueling workout are vastly different from their needs on a rest day. Consider the case of simple, fast-digesting carbohydrates like sports gels, white bread with jam, or even gummy candies. For someone sitting at a desk all day, consuming these would lead to the classic energy spike and crash. However, for a marathon runner at mile 20 or a cyclist in the middle of a 3-hour ride, these foods are a lifeline. During intense, prolonged exercise, the body needs glucose delivered to the working muscles as quickly as possible to maintain performance and prevent bonking. In this specific context, the rapid digestion and lack of fiber are not drawbacks. They are distinct advantages, providing immediate fuel without causing digestive distress. Similarly, the post-workout window is another period where fast-acting carbohydrates can be incredibly beneficial. After an intense training session, your muscle glycogen stores are depleted, and your body is primed for recovery. Consuming simple carbohydrates at this time triggers a rapid insulin response, which acts like a key to unlock your muscle cells. This allows for the swift replenishment of glycogen and helps shuttle protein and other nutrients into the muscles to kickstart the repair and rebuilding process. A bowl of white rice or potatoes, often seen as less optimal than their whole grain counterparts, can be an excellent choice post-workout for this very reason. Therefore, a more sophisticated way to rank carbohydrates is not just by their inherent nutritional profile, but by their function and timing. The goal is to match the type of carbohydrate to the body's immediate physiological needs. For the majority of your meals, those consumed hours away from intense training, your focus should remain squarely on complex, good carbohydrates to ensure stable energy and nutrient intake. But for the critical fueling windows surrounding your workouts, embracing strategically chosen bad or simple carbs can be the key that unlocks a higher level of performance and a faster, more complete recovery. Translating the knowledge of good versus bad carbs into daily practice is about making conscious, consistent choices. The goal is to build every meal and snack around a foundation of high-quality, nutrient-dense carbohydrates. This doesn't have to be complicated. Start by making simple swaps in your diet. Instead of sugary breakfast cereal, opt for a bowl of rolled oats topped with fresh berries and nuts. Rather than a sandwich on white bread, choose 100% whole wheat or sourdough bread. For your main meals, make foods like sweet potatoes, brown rice, quinoa, and a wide variety of vegetables the star of your plate, complemented by lean protein and healthy fats. A practical approach is to aim for color and variety. Different colored fruits and vegetables contain different vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients, all of which play unique roles in supporting your health and athletic performance. For example, dark leafy greens are rich in iron and calcium. Orange and yellow vegetables like carrots and bell peppers are packed with vitamin A, and deep red or purple foods like beets and berries contain powerful antioxidants that help combat exercise-induced inflammation. By eating the rainbow, you ensure a broad spectrum of micronutrients, which supports everything from immune function to cellular repair, making your body more resilient. Meal preparation can be a game changer in consistently choosing good carbs. Dedicate a few hours each week to cook a large batch of a versatile whole grain like quinoa or brown rice. Roast a tray of mixed vegetables such as broccoli, bell peppers, and sweet potatoes. Hard-boil some eggs. With these components ready in your fridge, assembling a healthy, high-quality meal becomes quick and effortless. This proactive approach helps you avoid reaching for convenient but nutritionally poor processed snacks or fast food when hunger strikes after a tough workout. It sets you up for success by making the healthy choice the easy choice. Finally, learn to read food labels to identify hidden sugars and refined grains. Many seemingly healthy packaged foods, such as granola bars, yogurts, and sauces, can be loaded with added sugars that undermine your goals. Look for ingredients like high fructose corn syrup, cane sugar, or enriched white flour near the top of the list. Instead, prioritize foods with short ingredient lists composed of whole foods you recognize. By actively building your diet around these high-quality carbohydrate sources, you provide your body with the superior, sustained fuel it needs to perform at its best, recover effectively, and maintain robust health for the long haul. The Glycemic Index, or GI, is a ranking system for carbohydrate foods, showing how quickly they raise your blood sugar. High GI foods give fast energy, while low GI foods provide steady fuel. For athletes, understanding GI helps you choose the right carbs for peak performance and energy management. The Glycemic Index sorts carbs into low, medium, and high groups. Low GI foods like oats and beans give steady energy. Medium GI foods like brown rice offer balance. High GI foods like white bread or sports drinks deliver quick fuel, perfect before, during, or after intense exercise. Match your carb choice to your activity for best results. To maximize performance, athletes should time their carbs. Low GI meals hours before training provide steady energy. Closer to exercise, opt for high GI snacks like bananas or sports bars for a quick boost. After workouts, high GI carbs help speed recovery and prep you for your next session. There's no one-size-fits-all answer for carbohydrate needs. Your intake should match your activity level, body size, and sport. The more you move, the more fuel you need. Think of it like fueling a car for a journey. More distance, more fuel. Personalize your nutrition for your goals. To move from theory to practice, sports nutritionists have developed clear, evidence-based guidelines to help athletes calculate their daily carbohydrate needs. These recommendations are typically expressed in grams of carbohydrate per kilogram of body weight per day. For a person who is largely sedentary or only engages in very light activity, a daily intake of around 3 to 5 grams of carbohydrates per kilogram of body weight is generally sufficient to fuel daily life and basic bodily functions. This level of intake supports general health without providing excess energy that could lead to weight gain, making it a suitable baseline for the non-athlete population. For individuals who are more active, such as recreational athletes training moderately for about an hour per day, the requirements increase. The recommended range for this group is typically 5 to 7 grams of carbohydrates per kilogram of body weight daily. This increased intake ensures that there is enough fuel to power through regular training sessions, support adequate recovery, and replenish muscle glycogen stores between workouts. A person in this category might be a regular gym goer, a weekend runner, or someone who plays team sports a few times a week. This moderate intake supports consistent performance and adaptation to their training stimulus. As training intensity and volume escalate, so do carbohydrate needs. Competitive athletes who are engaged in rigorous training programs, often lasting 1 to 3 hours per day, require a significantly higher intake, generally falling within the range of 6 to 10 grams per kilogram of body weight. This category includes serious strength athletes, collegiate competitors, and dedicated endurance enthusiasts. This substantial amount of carbohydrate is essential to prevent glycogen depletion, support high-intensity efforts day after day, and facilitate optimal recovery and muscle repair. Failing to meet these higher demands can quickly lead to overtraining, performance plateaus, and burnout. At the very peak of the spectrum are the elite endurance athletes, particularly those engaged in extreme training volumes of 4 to 5 hours or more per day, such as professional cyclists or ultra-marathon runners. For these individuals, carbohydrate needs can soar to an astonishing 10 to 12 grams per kilogram of body weight, and sometimes even higher during peak competition or loading phases. This massive fuel intake is absolutely necessary to match their monumental energy expenditure and to keep their glycogen stores as full as possible. For them, carbohydrates are not just part of their diet, they are the very engine that makes their extraordinary feats of endurance possible. Calculations are a great starting point, but your body's feedback is key. Factors like stress, sleep, and recovery all matter. Track your energy, performance, and mood. Journaling helps spot patterns and adjust carbs as needed. Combine science with self-awareness for a flexible, personalized nutrition plan. Carb cycling is a dynamic nutrition strategy where you alternate high-carb and low-carb days to match your training intensity. On hard training days, you fuel up for peak performance. On rest days, you lower carbs to boost fat burning and metabolic flexibility. It's a smart, flexible way to optimize both performance and body composition. High-carb days are the cornerstone of a successful carb cycling plan. Scheduled for your toughest workouts or competitions, they maximize muscle glycogen, fueling peak performance. Focus on quality carbs like oats, rice, and fruit. These days are your engine, powering you to train harder, recover faster, and reach new heights. Low-carb days in carb cycling are designed for rest or light activity, helping your body tap into fat stores for energy. On these days, reduce carbs to 2.5 grams per kilogram of body weight, focusing on non-starchy vegetables and low glycemic fruits. Increase protein and healthy fats to support muscle repair and satiety. Low-carb days improve insulin sensitivity, making your body more efficient at storing carbs as muscle glycogen on high-carb days. Think of these days as opportunities for metabolic optimization, not restriction. This approach teaches your body to be metabolically flexible, supporting a leaner physique and better recovery. Strategic cycling between high and low intake creates synergy for performance and body composition. Let's simplify carb choices with a tier system for athletes. Tier 1, nutrient-dense, high-fiber carbs like oats, quinoa, sweet potatoes, vegetables, and fruits. These should be your staples. Tier 2, whole-grain breads, pastas, legumes, and dairy. Great for variety and meeting daily needs. Tier 3, fast-digesting carbs like sports drinks, white rice, and energy gels. Use these around workouts for quick energy. Tier 4, ultra-processed snacks, candy, and soda. Minimize these as they offer little benefit. Build your diet on the top tiers for performance and health. Use lower tiers strategically, not as everyday foods. This system helps you fuel smart and train strong. Pre-workout carbs are key for energy and performance. With 2-4 hours before training, choose a balanced meal: oatmeal with berries, chicken and sweet potato, or eggs with whole wheat toast. Closer to your workout, 30-60 minutes, opt for fast-acting carbs: a banana, white toast with jam, or a sports drink. Avoid high-fiber or high-fat foods right before training to prevent discomfort. The right pre-workout meal or snack ensures steady energy and focus. Adjust your meal size and carb type based on timing. Smart pre-workout fueling sets you up for a powerful session. For workouts under an hour, pre-workout fuel is enough. For sessions over 75-90 minutes, add 30-60 grams of fast-acting carbs per hour. Sports drinks, gels, or bananas work well. These carbs maintain energy and delay fatigue. Hydration is just as important. Sip water or electrolyte drinks throughout. Combine carbs and fluids for optimal performance. Test different options in training, not on race day. Stay fueled and hydrated to finish strong. Recovery starts with your post-workout meal. Combine fast-acting carbs and quality protein within 30-90 minutes to replenish glycogen and repair muscle. Aim for a 3-1 or 4-1 carb to protein ratio. Great options: chicken with rice, a recovery smoothie, or chocolate milk. Skipping this meal slows recovery and hurts performance. Consistent post-workout nutrition accelerates adaptation and growth. Make this meal a non-negotiable part of your routine. It's the key to bouncing back stronger. Let's wrap up with 4 golden rules for carb mastery. Prioritize whole foods: fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes. Match your carb intake to your training load. More on hard days, less on rest days. Time your carbs: low GI before long sessions, high GI right before, during, and after intense workouts. Never neglect hydration. Carbs and water work together for performance. Store carbs as glycogen with water, so dehydration hurts your fuel stores. Always have water handy, especially around training. Apply these rules daily for a sustainable, powerful nutrition strategy. Fuel smart, train hard, and thrive as an athlete. Guidelines and calculations are just starting points. The most effective strategy is personalization, tailoring your nutrition to your unique body, goals, and lifestyle. Track your meals, energy, and recovery. Use your journal to spot patterns and make small, informed tweaks. Listen to your body's signals. Personalization is the key to unlocking your peak performance. Mastering carbohydrates is about fueling with purpose. Food is your ally. Choose nutrient-dense carbs to power your ambition and recovery. Consistency matters more than perfection. Every smart choice builds your foundation for success. Embrace this knowledge and use the power of carbs to unlock your full potential. Your performance revolution starts now.